Okay, David, it's this question. Who are you without this weekend?
Who have I got? That's my merry question. We've got a few injuries, a few suspensions, so we are literally down to bare bones. We'll be taking 3 under-18s players with us for the squad on Saturday, so it's just a matter of trying to fill the bus rather than seeing who's out. So it's one of these things just now. We are where we are. We just need to make sure that whoever goes to the game on Saturday, that we know we've got a tough game. But as I said, we've got some young players who'll be probably tasting a journey in a bus in a hotel for the first time.
The injuries and suspensions are obviously frustrating. The most frustrating one has to be George Miller, doesn't it, after what happened on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I think it's difficult. I think even his first booking, I think George has just lost his footing. He's get back up. I don't even think he's looking for a free kick. He runs and the referee chases him, gives him a yellow card. To give him a yellow card for a goal, which is frustrating, because I think everybody in the stadium knew it hit his chest, and for him to get 2 yellow cards and miss another game, such an important game, because he's been playing well. I've asked him to play out of position for me to fill in the absence of Sean Scannell, and he's been fantastic. So it's another thing we could have done without, but I say it's a crazy decision, and that's the decisions that are going against it at this moment in time.
Of course, if it had been a straight race, you would have appealed it or been able to appeal it, and chances are, judging by the footage, you would have won that appeal. Because it's a second yellow, you can't. Is there a case, perhaps, to be able to appeal second yellows in situations like that? I know you can't, but should there be? I
think there should be. I think everybody in the stadium, even the people behind the goal, you even see George's reaction. He runs in to grab the ball out of the net, sprints by referee, and the next minute he's got a yellow card, and the next minute he's sitting next to us. So I think there's got to be some discrepancy on 2 yellow cards. I think it's a bit harsh, especially in a young player. And it says it's a refereeing mistake, but it's one of the ones now. We just need to go on it.
And you mentioned afterwards to us about given you are down to the bare bones now, about maybe bringing in a free agent. Are you any further along with that?
Yeah, we've also been in dialogue with a few players, and some players are waiting to see maybe get back to us on Monday, which doesn't help us. I thought maybe we could have done some for the weekend, but you got to go and speak to players' agents. There's a lot of to and fro to try and get players in, and as I said, at this moment in time we are working really hard behind the scenes to try and get some more players in to help us.
Is what you want out there?
Well, it's difficult. Even nearly November now, so you got a lot of players who haven't had a club since May, and there's a few options. People have been in training at the club, so we know fitness they've been looking after themselves. But obviously game time is going to be an issue. So, but where we are at this moment in time, we need to go and try and get down every avenue to see who's available and who we can maybe get into strength list.
So a really frustrating night, a really frustrating week or so. How has it been in training? How's the mood? What's been the focus?
Yeah, I think the boys have come in. There's a few boys like George will be disappointed that he's missing. Ryan McGowan's missing it through suspension, and as I say, the players have been bright and bubbly. And as I said, we know I had a chat with them today, and we know we're going down to Gillingham on Saturday with a minimal squad of younger players than we've got. We've got a young team, but we've got even younger kids coming with us. So we just need to get down there, stick together, and see if we can get a result.
Do you get a sense of an us against the world sort of spirit, given the injuries and suspensions, and as you mentioned, like the under-18s that are going to be in the squad ahead of Saturday?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's a learning curve now. As I said before, we know with what injuries, we've got a big injury list. Players are going to come in, younger players are going to get a chance and opportunity, and as I said, we have to go and prepare as best we can and go and hopefully try and pick up a result, because we know it's going to be a difficult game, and the circumstances that we have with injuries and the suspensions at this moment of time is just going against us.
And that defeat, given what Plymouth did, sees you bottom of the table. Is that an extra blow almost? Because nobody wants to see that side at the foot of the table. No,
as I say, I thought even the other night, after the first 10 minutes, we played reasonably well. I thought we get back into the game. As I said, if George's goal counts at 4-3, I know it's a long shot, but you never know. It could be 4 each. You never know. But the players are responding. We kept going. We didn't throw any towel in. And as I says, on another day, if you take the first 10 minutes out of the game, then it's a game you probably could have a point out of at minimum.
And given the run you're on at the moment, how much of your job at the moment is focused on the mental side of things with the players?
Yeah, I think it's, as I keep saying, since I've gone, I've not been able to pick the same team. I've had to change shapes team 3, 4, 5 times. We've not the same starting 11 since I've been here, so it is difficult with suspensions and injuries. But the mental side, when you're down here and you get a few results and you come through it, that's mental toughness, and I think that's what the players will learn most from it.
And what about for you? They all say that football's a 24/7 job, or football management is a 24/7 job. Can you switch off? Are you able to sort of take a step back at least for a few hours at least?
Yeah, I think you have to. I think we're constant, but I think you've got to time, and I think people got to realise that you're a human being. You've got family, you've got kids, so you have to stay away, and I can stay away. But as I say, when you're here and when you're wanting to try and get players in different circumstances, everybody knows how hard it is and how difficult it is to be a football manager. But as I say, you've got to have time to come away and enjoy a couple of hours a night and sit and chill, because you've got to remember we have got families and kids.
Is it a tougher job than you anticipated at the moment?
No, every job's tough, no matter what job you come into. If we were sitting here and I'd won 5 games, it'd be easy. I mean, so I'm under no illusion. I think since I've come in, the teams get better, they get fitter. But obviously, as you say, you've had to change so many players. I'm putting players into positions that I shouldn't need to play, but the players have been fantastic. As I said, everyone was giving me everything I played, and as I say, these things now we just need to push on. The mental strength will come once we come out of this rut where we're in. And
you've been in a relegation battle before at Livingston. Do you take from your experiences then and bring them to now?
Yeah, I think everybody does. I think it's about everybody sticking together. It's just told the players that we can't afford anybody to be feeling sorry for themselves, and if you're injured, can you get back out a wee bit quicker and give us options. And I said I asked Hope back to play the other night, and he was fantastic. I thought he played an hour, I wanted to play him longer, and I took him off. And these are people that come to the forefront when you need them, and I think that's what we need out of some of the players that are maybe injured at this moment in time.
The crowd on Tuesday night, it was the lowest for over 5 years. What's your message to those who decided they wanted to stay away on Tuesday night?
It's difficult to say. People work during the week. These things are going to always winning football matches, getting a team in the pitch that's going to make us competitive. These are the things that bring fans back. But I hope they come back, because they've been fantastic as they've come in. We need every bit of support, because as I keep saying, we're all in it together. Anything that happens at the club affects us all. It just doesn't affect the fans and affect me and the players. It affects everyone who's involved with the club. So I just hope they get their back and they come back and support the team, because I think it's time we deserve backing, and I think with their backing we'll be fine.
And when we spoke a couple of weeks ago, you'd mentioned you'd got your list of January transfer targets. Is that a list that's getting longer? Do you think more wholesale changes needed?
No, it's not getting longer, it's just targets to make it stronger. That's all it is. I think when people talk about wholesale changes, I think people get nervous and start thinking it's, I always tell players it's about bringing maybe 3-4 players in that can improve us and make us better as a squad. That's all we're looking for, not we're making wholesale changes in January.
And Hope has called this weekend pretty much a 6-pointer, given how close Gillingham are to you and their proximity to the bottom 4. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, it gives an opportunity. We had an opportunity a few times to try and get away from where we were, and we've not managed to do it. And as I thought against Rochdale, we were unlucky. Even though we had a 0-0 draw, I think we'd have been happy. So it's momentum now, and as I say, if you go down to Gillingham and we come away with a point Saturday, I'll be delighted.
And what are you expecting from Gillingham?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a tough game. They've got good players. They play a direct style of football. They're at home, so they're probably seeing we've got a few injuries, and both teams are looking to see where they can go. I think it'll be probably a cagey affair, because you're both sitting at the bottom end of the league, but it gives us an opportunity in the younger players to get in there, and if we can manage to get a win, we know we're out the relegation zone, so it's a massive incentive for us.
Great, thank you.
David, you're always very honest after the games in your assessment of the team and the performance. Are the players honest with themselves and where they're failing at the minute?
Yeah, I don't think it's failing. I just think sometimes we're making mistakes, and these are the things that are really hurting us just now. And players have given me evidence. I've come in. I can't. They've got fitter. They've got stronger. Everything we've tried to implement at a club, they've took on board. So it's just a matter of getting everybody fit when I can, if I can, just now to give us an opportunity away from where we are in the league.
You mentioned Hope there coming back on Tuesday. Seems like such an honest character, a loud, confident character. How important is having someone like that in a match day squad right now?
Yeah, you seen the other night what he gives us. I think it's probably the first time since we've been here that we've actually controlled the game in midfield, and that's no disrespect to the players that's been playing. He's good in the ball. He wants to go and get on the ball. He makes things happen. He's got a fantastic range of passing, so it allows us to get up the pitch a wee bit quicker. And as I say, even his presence, his talking, his experience. So I was delighted he was back, but I've got to give him credit because he hadn't done nothing in the 8 weeks he's been out. He's trained a couple of days and he'd come in and play at that level the other night. I thought he'd done really well for us.
Do you have to kind of twist his arm? That's the wrong thing, but you know, can you play, you know, that kind of thing? Twist the other arm, though.
Yeah. No, I don't think I had to twist his arm. I think I had to ask him if he's prepared to go in and play, and he says yeah, right away. So we had to speak to the medical staff and we had to make sure he was right, because obviously we didn't want to lose him again. But as I said, he played just over an hour, and for that hour we looked at a very good team against Coventry, who are doing really well. They've won their last 3, they've got good players, but I thought we made 4 probably basic errors and they scored 4 goals, and we've created a lot of chances, probably most possession we've had since I've been here. So things are starting to look up, even though the results aren't there, but if the performances keep going, then hopefully we can start turning them into wins.
Thanks, David.